Good afternoon, my name is Martin Porter, I'm UNISON Adult Care Convenor, and I'm here to talk to you this afternoon about campaigning. Now, as hopefully you all know, we are engaged in a campaign against cuts to jobs and services that Derbyshire County Council is planning. Massive cuts to adult care, they've already done significant cuts to children and families and got more coming, and as of today, we're just going as a consultation about cuts to library services. So, I've done a bit of campaigning in my time. I've been an environmental campaigner, campaigned successfully against roads, genetically modified crops, fracking and other things. So I've got a few skills and a bit of knowledge I can bring forward to this. So I'm just going to mention two aspects of campaigning today. The first is, obviously, the most important thing. You need to know what you want, and you need to have a realistic objective. So we want to reverse a decision made by Derbyshire County Council, or planned to be made by Derbyshire County Council. It's a political campaign. We want to get politicians to change their minds, or not do something they appear to want to do. And an important part of that is having to be realistic in what you ask for. Sometimes said, don't demand that water flows uphill. So we have to acknowledge the council is in a very, very difficult financial situation, mainly because of the drop in the amount of money it gets from central government. And we have to acknowledge that the councillors have some legal responsibilities there. They can't just spend money they haven't got. Secondly, second point is, how do you actually achieve what you want to do? Now, unions have a number of different ways that we can campaign. Strike action's the most obvious, but it's not the only one. We can also run a campaign exactly the same way that, say, Greenpeace run a campaign by going directly to the public, getting the public on our side, getting the public to lobby on our behalf, the politicians. And that's what we're going to do here. There's really two ways to influence politicians. First one is directly, you contact the politicians, you get them to agree not to do what they were going to do, and get them to do what we were going to do. So we could ask, when we are asking, the councillors not to support these proposals. Now, the ruling Conservative group has a majority of 18. All things being equal, all the Conservative group would vote in favour of these proposals, and we'd hope all the opposition MPs would vote, would vote against it. So with a majority of 18, 9 county councillors would need to rebel. That's quite a lot, but we know at least one is planning on doing it. Secondly, we can go directly to the public, because come May next year, there's going to be an election. These councillors want to get re-elected. The Conservative group would want to try and continue to be the ruling party. If not, they would at least want to make sure they've got significant influence. At the general election this year, every single Tory MP in Derbyshire lost their seat. We now have a full House of Labour MPs. That must say something about the mood of the county. And so we can get a situation where the council, they may still want to do what they're proposing, but they daren't do what they're proposing. So that's the background to our campaign, a political campaign aiming to influence Derbyshire County Council. And our main method of doing that is going direct to the public. And the main members of the public we'll influence are the ones who either use these services, are the family members of one people who use these services, or they know someone they know of these services. And so that's why our campaign is very public facing. We're getting as many allies who are our members who don't work for the county council, and the idea is to change the decision. We don't know when the decision is going to be taken, but it's almost certainly going to be sometime in the autumn of this year. And we'll give you more information about that in these future blogs. Thank you very much. Goodbye.